It's a bright and beautiful morning right here in Nigeria's capital, Abuja. A very good morning to you, wherever in the world you're joining us from. This is Owigho TV, and welcome on board. Fresh Talk hits you Monday all the way through Friday, 7 a.m. What do? We bring you up to speed with current happenings in and around the world, but with a lot of focus on our home country, our fatherland, the best, I'm gonna say it again, the best country in the world. Take it to the bank, right? I said it, and I can challenge any president from any other country except mine. I can challenge any president and tell him why Nigeria is the best country in the world. My name is Owigho. Our in-house analyst, Oni Lukman, a.k.a. Ambassador Wala, is also in the building. Good morning to you and welcome.
Good morning, Nigerians. Good morning, viewers. Good morning, worshippers. And good morning, listeners, because some of you may just be listening. You're not watching while some you are watching, and some of you are just a passer view. You just pass and view, and then we say good morning to you. No, stay. We say good morning to you. I've said it all. Nigeria remains the best country in the whole world.
Yeah.
And that is how we say Nigeria, we aid our dear native land. Yes, we are the best country in the whole world. Our tongues may be differ, but
our heart is one.
Our heart is one.
Our heart is one.
If not for the bad leaders that we are having, there's no any. In fact, Nigeria is supposed to be the top world power country,
like a global force. If yes. we are a global force. Funny enough, right? It's because of the fear that some of these Western countries have about, how Nigeria would become a force to reckon with globally. That's why they took us for neck. I saw a video from 1967, where it was said that if Nigeria was given 20 years of uninterrupted peace, Nigeria will be a threat to the West. This was said by foreigners. That if Nigeria were given 20 years of uninterrupted peace because of her hard work, because of her resources, and also because of the human capital that we also have. So if they give us 20 years of straight uninterrupted peace, the West is going to suffer. So little by little, we will be unfolding, right? The issues of Nigeria, the international influence especially. We shall get there. He's going to take us on our motivational segment for this morning. Let's see what we got.
Yes, and our motivational for this morning is how often did you check on your spouse? How often did you check on your spouse? Are you in a distant relationship?
Distant marriage.
Distant marriage and communication.
Even when you're living together.
When you are living together, you can still be distant to each other when there is no concrete communication. Yes, is the fault from the man? Is the fault from the woman? One person must have the fault. There are something that you guys see when you are dating that makes you believe that this is the best woman in the whole world.
For your life.
This is the best man in the whole world. So what happened to the best woman in your life? What happened to the best woman in your life? What is that exactly things that children are now involved? And at the end, you are packing your load to leave the house for your man, or you are packing your load to leave the house for your woman. So communication, and do not go to bed. You see the word I am sorry is a lot of wound. I am sorry bring so many born into marriages, into relationship. Though there are women that are not made to be a wife, there are men that are not made to be an husband. And majority of us have used our girlfriend. We have used our wife
to
as
do
our girlfriend. And majority of us have used our boyfriend to do our husband. That this person is just a dating product. Is not a marriage product. So how do you now check? How do you tolerate yourself? I was giving a talk, a speech on a night before Valentine about how do you check up that this man can single-handedly tolerate me in terms of sickness, anything. And I asked somebody, I said, can you use the same toothbrush with your man? And he said, no, sir, God forbid.
Yeah.
I asked another person, can you use the same toothbrush with your man? He said, God forbid. I asked a man, can you use the same toothbrush with your woman? He said, no, God forbid.
Can you imagine?
And I asked the question, but do you kiss your man?
Yes.
He said, yes. Did you kiss your woman? He said, yes. And you cannot use the same toothbrush.
But when they lick each other's saliva.
Taking each other's saliva in. You have made that is kissing, has to do with what they call bond. Because
that's
automatically that's where bond come from. That automatically there is a synergy between. And I asked, I said, now, have you ever fart in the front of your man?
Yeah.
She said, no. How do you do it? It's like you have to go to the restroom, lock the door, and do it. Your man, how do you do it? He said, no, that is disgusting. I said, meaning if you can be, we want to fart and you enter inside the restroom, automatically there are things that is secretive about you.
True, you have not completely opened
up to this man. Open up to this woman. I said, okay, for example, your man is in the toilet, using the toilet, and left the door of the toilet open and called you to stand in the front, and you guys are gisting. Can you?
Oh, you like?
What do? You covered your nose. Meaning, if this man fall sick tomorrow,
he's
bedridden, you cannot take care of this man. If this woman falls sick tomorrow, bedridden, you cannot take care of the woman.
A friend of mine was talking, right? He came here with his wife. He came visiting with the wife and then the child at the time, the baby at the time. And then he was telling me about, the experience he had as a father while his wife was in labor. And guess what? He said while the wife was in labor, try to push and all that. In the process of pushing, she actually pooed. And then the nurses were like, "Okay, come and be mopping, as we they continue to do the labor or something. Come and be mopping the poop." And I was like, "Are you for real? Did you do that?" He was like, "Of course, yes. You have to do it." I'm like, "Okay, if that is what it comes with." So if you cannot stay with your partner,
yes, in the toilet, in the restroom, and geez,
is it in the hospital when
that you cannot do? You understand me?
So
if you cannot, I was asking one of them. I said, "Can you have you ever pick your nose in the front of your man and rub it on his body?"
Whoa!
And he said,
You want me impossible?
And the man was like, everybody there was like, "Sir, your topics are so very, very this." And I said, now, if you cannot pick your nose and rub it in the face of your spouse, then meaning if you are overfed or you are sick and you throw up, can this person tolerate it?
Oh, he's gonna run away and be like, ew.
So, and at the end of the meeting, after my long talk of 1 hour, and I begin to see women, ladies who are there crying. I begin to see men who are there also sharing tears. That so beyond I love you, there are a lot more to it.
That's why when they say sacrifice, these are the sacrifices.
Right. In marriage. So if this man can tolerate all this, and you are in the toilet and you intentionally call your woman and you drop your toilet roll, your tissue paper somewhere, and he say, "Babe, please, can you give me the tissue paper?" And she come without covering her nose and stand and give you the tissue paper right in her presence. You are cleaning up and you bring out a gist and she stand.
Yeah.
That woman will stand with you forever. That man will stand for you forever. Because the highest thing that can drive your man away is your smell.
And
the
stayed.
highest thing that can drive your woman away is your smell. Now the smell, I don't know if we have more time, but if the smell is not the number one you inhale, now the smell compiled your character, your attitude, your behavior, and compiled with so many things that have to do about you, meaning this person can single-handedly tolerate you, bath you, clean you up, and make you to become a better person. So if you can't, then it's a big problem. If you find yourself in a relationship that every time you come, every time your woman or you aspire to marry comes to the house and keep complaining, James, you are too dirty. Why will you keep this here? Why will you keep this here? And begin to complain. That is not the right woman for you. The right woman for you will never complain. The right man for you will never complain. Now, how did you communicate? A lot of marriages are broken now because of sex toy. A lot of marriages are broken now because of some strong herbal drugs that ladies are taking. How do you communicate in your marriage, in your relationship? How sexually performance is this man? How did you like it? Oh, honey, did I take you to where you are supposed to? Yes, no. Don't hide it until you tell a friend, until a friend introduce you to a boy, until a friend introduce you to a toy, until a friend introduce you to a woman, or because once they've started introducing you to different kind of thing, then it become problem. Remember, if man is jobless, sleeping become interesting. So take from our word, use our word, pile it up, roll it up, and make use of it in your relationship and in your marriage, and you will see that it will really grow. This is our motivational talk to you on Owigho's TV this morning, and let's go to the newspaper and let you know what is happening in Nigeria. Don't go anywhere. Those watching on TikTok, please tap on your screen for us. Help us to share, comment, and like. God bless you.
Absolutely. Let's jump on our headlines right now real quick. Let's start from the Vanguard newspaper here. It says Senator Owigho Okolo has declared that President Muhammadu Buhari will do 8 years.
President
Tinubu rather has to do 8 years. According to Kalu, talking about 2027, says President Tinubu has to do 8 years. According to Kalu, Senator Owigho Okolo has declared that President Bola Tinubu must complete 2 terms in office, insisting the All Progressives Congress APC has only one presidential candidate for the 2027 election. Well, he said, in our party, we have only one presidential candidate now, and Tinubu has to do 8 years. You can see the repairs he has done to the economy, and things are starting to pick up again, Kalu said on Channels Television Politics Today on Monday. The senator representing Abia North and former Abia State Governor also emphasized the need for an Igbo president, but ruled out 2027 as a possibility. He said, I am not going to discuss anything about the Igbo presidency, but I still tell you there is need for it, he said. The Igbo must present an acceptable candidate to all Nigerians. No one zone can make a president. President Tinubu was not elected by the Yorubas, he was elected by Nigerians. He further noted that while Tinubu has not personally declared his intention to run for re-election, the APC leadership has already endorsed him. The president is not even doing politics. He has never told anybody that he wants to run for a re-election or not. But as a party, we have mandated him to run and giving him a vote of confidence, Kalu said. According to Kalu, the National Executive Committee, NEC, reaffirmed its support for Tinubu's leadership with a motion moved by Imo State Governor Hope Uzodinma and announced by APC National Chairman Dr. Abdullahi Ganduje. So things cannot just get better in one night, Kalu said. So he must do 8 years. Remember, we talked about this, I think, last week or so?
We've talked about it.
Yeah. Well, then it was national chairman that said it.
Yes. If time is not taken, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is going to be the president that will do 3 terms. First term, second term, and third term.
But the constitution wouldn't allow that.
No, who created the constitution?
The National Assembly.
So who are the National Assembly? The president is the National Assembly.
Probably.
Because majority of the people who are there are now passing vote of confidence on the president.
But you know,
so
they've been talking about the kind of independence the legislature should have from the executive.
The legislature are the one who passed the law.
They make the law.
They make the law, and they also pass the law. So if today our legislators get up and said we want a system of a lifetime president, nobody. Because who paid the pipe detains the throne.
But in democracy, it shouldn't be like that.
No, you see, let me tell you something. With what Owigho Okolo and these other people are saying, now they are going to make a lot of Nigeria go hungry.
Why is that?
Because majority of this coming out 2027 presidential candidate are this now, people will begin to step down because no one, people who are into printing will not make money if there's no rival with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. People who are printing, people who do MC, who do all this, they will not have money if there's nobody that is competing with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Nobody, people will not, if hotels owners will not see where people will come and be having meetings.
Because they might not have national primaries.
If nobody is contesting with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, pure water sellers will not, because there will be no national congress, no national rally. People will not make money. People who sell groundnut and who sell other things will not make money. So for the sake of the people, or for the sake of the people and for the people, that democracy is for the people and made for the people, they should allow other people to come out and contest against him in the party.
Exactly.
Let's have people who will come out and contest against him in the party.
So that let it be that it is his work.
Yes,
that would speak for him.
Not our word to bring down other people,
no,
not to rise.
Let it be his work. Let his work be
so that
speaking
we
for
know.
him.
Yes, gradually, I've told somebody without any apologies to anybody, is to take only my mind change by 2027, by God's grace, that I will not vote for Bola Ahmed Tinubu again. I will still vote for him. I voted for him for the first time.
But do Nigerians understand this thing about he's repairing the economy?
Yeah,
he has taken us from where we were, he's saving us. Because the trickling effect now onto the grassroots when it comes to hunger, when it comes to inflation, when it comes to all of this that Nigerians are feeling. At the grassroots level, on top there, yes, some people might be seeing the difference, but at the grassroots level, they never begin to drop.
Now, if there is no pain, there is no gain. If you don't feel pain, then doctor is useless in the hospital. Sorry for using that word. You must seek for a doctor to make sure he treats you and give you medication, the right medication. Nigeria has been sick for a very long time.
That's why people are scared of injection when they see.
You understand me? Nigerians have been sick for a very long time.
So now the injection we collect now.
Injection is what we're collecting now to feel the pain and at the end then get better. Let's look at the security apparatus. You can see, I've told people that said in the last going to 7 months now, when last did we hear about kidnapping Abuja Kaduna Road, Abuja Lokoja Road, and Kaduna Kanu Road? Because the satellite is on them, and these people are fighting not to come out to make noise and say we are defeating Boko Haram tactically, we are defeating insurgency tactically. No, most especially now that the word has actually come out to say, come. People who are giving you aids are the one funding insecurity in your country. And he said, no problem, don't give us the aids again. We will provide the aids for ourselves.
After all, we can afford it.
Well, after all, we can afford it because HIV AIDS is a communicable disease which everybody is sees. And just the way we are saying about HIV AIDS, that they are giving them a free drug, we should also campaign for those who are living with diabetes and cancer.
Malaria. Tuberculosis.
Tuberculosis, they give them free medication as well.
Okay.
Because those are communicable diseases. You understand me? So, and we must give kudos to the president. This is the first time we are having a president that is there and the family his wife, and his children are doing charitable work everywhere. Go everywhere. Sheyi Tinubu is touring the whole country. And tomorrow, if Sheyi Tinubu should come out now to say he wants to contest against his father, or the father should hand over to him, a lot of Nigerians will begin to look and say, are we here to serve your family?
Or did we elect you?
Do you understand?
But he's actually, as in for his son of the president,
he's working.
That's right.
I can bet to tell anybody that Sheyi Tinubu is working more than some elected and appointed ministers
and governors.
Look at how Sheyi Tinubu is moving around.
True.
And that is what they say, that a lion will only give birth to lion. This was exactly what the father was doing, moving from one state to another, building peace, building people around, and at the end, and I'm so very, very happy with what Owigho Okolo said. He said it's not only the Yoruba that voted for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He said Nigerians voted for him, because we could remember that during the election, during the primary or during the campaign, the same President Bola Ahmed Tinubu went to visit Owigho Okolo's mother. They went together. Mama owed him and prayed for him. And Owigho Okolo have said, he said, I and Tinubu have been a very friend for a very long time. That when he was a governor, then his children were schooling in Lagos and they were living in Tinubu's house. So you can see the scene, you can see the bond, you can see the relationship. It has been tainted. You understand? So now, who is the rightable, capable person